The Vulcan S is an incredible choice for your next cruiser, paying little heed to encounter. As you might be aware, and this might come as a shock for a couple, the Kawasaki Vulcan has been around for quite a long time, beginning around 1985 to be exact, as Kawasaki's cruiser offering. However, as of late has it acquired notoriety and significance on the lookout among new and prepared riders the same. With the profoundly unique Vulcan S, Kawasaki has modified the idea of a reasonable cruiser for current times. The following are the motivations behind why this re-understanding of a short-sighted cruiser from Kawasaki checks out for more up-to-date riders, and for individuals searching for a cruising machine that doesn't hurt the wallet to an extreme. Proprietors of the Vulcan S will no doubt not be troubled by an excessive number of upkeep necessities or usefulness issues throughout their possession. Lower cost of parts, while the actual parts will generally break now and again, and administration costs that are not cosmically high, assist proprietors with encountering large bicycle cruising and not burn through every last dollar simultaneously. It appears to be reasonable that Kawasaki purposefully planned the Vulcan to be essentially as straightforward as could really be expected, with fundamental parts and insignificant gadgets, so that there's less stuff to stress over turning out badly. With Kawasaki offering exceptionally adjustable seat ergonomics for riders across a large number of sizes, accessible as a choice known as Thus Fit, riders can hope to track down an ideal choice for themselves. The seat level, foot stakes, and handlebars are movable, permitting an exact and redid riding stance. The reasonable weight and elements adds to rousing trust in both high and low-speed riding situations. Pursuing the Vulcan S a decent decision for a first cruiser. Power that won't give your arms a test to clutch the bars while speeding up hard, while being smooth and unsurprising, offers novices an inviting and cordial riding experience. Power is accessible generally from the get-go in the fire-up range, with force cresting at 62.4 Nm or 46.02 FTLBs at 6,600 RPM. As a matter of fact, the Vulcan S makes less power than the Ninja at just around 60 horses, contrasted with the Ninja's 68, and is by all accounts improved for low and mid-range ease of use. Despite the fact that there is no footing control accessible even as a choice, we're getting it to reduce expenses, and that the rider needs to practice some measure of mindfulness while opening the choke. The power is direct and manageable enough to make riding over questionable surfaces that a lot more straightforward. The wide force band helps in lessening the requirement for continuous moving while at the same time surpassing or while riding two up. A fair turning range, low-speed mobility, and sensible motor temperatures while arranging traffic make the Vulcan S particularly usable for driving and city riding. It's not excessively hard to haul the motor in a higher stuff too, with adequate low-end force making for easy runabouts. Moving the bicycle around is likewise not a critical test because of its lower weight contrasted with different cruisers in the section. The vibes of the Vulcan S might be nearly polarizing, yet overall it knows about current contacts. Some could say that it obscures the line between a cruiser and road contender, verging on being practically uncertain to a couple, yet figures out how to establish a decent connection generally. The fat front forks and tire joined with the short, squat fog light and loosened up tail segments give this bicycle an apparently forceful and strong energy. The wide tank, backseat plan, and pulled back outline indicates a specific maker's respected muscle cruiser, and the offset back monoshock likewise contributes in giving a degree of uniqueness to the general plan. This is a gorgeous cruiser with thoroughly examined extents that will turn basically a couple of heads long into the future. The Vulcan S is fueled by Kawasaki's acclaimed 649cc fluid-cooled equal twin, which is known for its unbeatable dependability. With above and beyond power on draft and not being too scary, this motor pursues the Vulcan S a reasonable decision for some sorts of riders, including novices. While the exhaust note may not engage some, it has the respectful qualities expected to perform pleasantly in reality. The transmission is additionally sweet to use, with positive and reaffirming shifts. Power is moved to the back tire through an uncovered chain drive unit, which is one of only a handful of exceptional parts that require some measure of support. Bearing a captivating sticker price for a middleweight cruiser makes it congenial enough for hopeful riders who are hoping to contribute a sensible sum to start their motorcycling process. This is an incredible choice for the people who don't know enough in the event that motorcycling is for them, yet need a cruiser explicitly from the middleweight class. It's altogether more reasonable than the most economical Harley, with its standard or better power and force figures for sure. The Vulcan S offers noteworthy economy figures, returning any place between 2022 kmpl, 4704, 51.75 mpg, as revealed by clients, consolidating city and parkway use. This is truly decent for a bicycle in this fragment. That, joined with the lower support costs, makes this more straightforward for a recently started rider to keep up with and run the bicycle in a generally bother-free way. Because of this, one a tad longer and cover more ground on a solitary tank, a moderate 14 liters or 3.7 gallons, lessening the requirement for more fill-ups. Kawasaki is known for its attention on being designed for quite a long time of issue-free riding. This adds to the trust in involving the bike for longer lengths and distances, empowering the rider to acquire insight in the seat with least fight to manage on the way. This is likewise interesting to individuals who need to involve the Vulcan as a suburbanite, with less free time to manage many outings to the studio. Up until this point, no serious issues have been accounted for by proprietors, like generally Kawasaki's, and proprietors stay dazzled with the bicycle's solidness. Great degrees of finish particularly as to paint quality, additionally assist with delivering added allure to the Vulcan S. The extravagant ride quality is thanks to the liberal seating and suspension unit acquired from Kawasaki's Ninja 650 and adjusted to a custom-tailored low-throne cruiser popularity. The fairly remarkable-looking back monoshock shows up on the Vulcan too, adding to the tasteful while remaining genuinely utilitarian and available for changes and tweaking, assuming this is the case required. These progressions should be possible both front and back, and assists more experienced riders with dialing in their favored settings. The substantial tires give great hold over most surfaces. The bicycle likewise handles very well because of not being too weighty and a lower focus of gravity, with great weight circulation. Albeit lean points stay restricted on most cruisers inferable from their low ground freedom, and with the more drawn-out wheelbase, this one feels much more deft and light-footed than quite a large number. This is an or more for both new and talented riders, offering higher cornering limits that can be investigated with consolation and soundness.